All right, everyone get ready because today we are taking a deep dive into Dollar Tree Inc.'s latest financial report,
Yep, this one covers their third quarter.
which ended on November 2nd, 2024.
And let me tell you, it's a roller coaster.
Uh-huh. I love a good roller coaster ride.
Well, get this. You might be surprised to learn that Dollar Tree owns a lot more than just Dollar Tree stores.
Oh, really?
We're talking over 16,500 discount retail stores
Wow, 16,500, that's a lot.
across the U.S. and Canada.
Okay, so not just in the U.S.
Yeah, they've got two main brands they operate under, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar.
So two different brands, potentially two different stories we're going to be looking at here.
Exactly. And this report, it's like a window into not just the last few months, but also how they've been doing all year.
So how do we even begin to understand all of this?
Well, the first thing is to get that these two brands, they're really different.
In what way?
Dollar Tree, well, they're known for their dollar deals.
Right, everything's a dollar.
Well, that's changing a bit, actually.
Really?
We'll get to that. Okay.
But Family Dollar, on the other hand, they're more of your classic discount store.
I see. So wider range of items.
Exactly.
Okay. Different vibes then, different strategies.
Totally. And maybe even different shoppers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's get into what everyone wants to hear about. The numbers.
All right, let's do it.
Were both brands killing it this quarter?
Drum roll, please. Well, it's kind of like a tale of two cities, except it's two brands.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Overall, Dollar Tree Inc.'s net sales are up 3.5% for the quarter.
This sounds pretty good.
Right. Not bad.
But there's got to be more to the story, right?
You always know how to read between the lines.
Uh-huh.
Most of that growth is coming from Dollar Tree.
Okay.
They saw a jump of 8.3% in sales,
Whoa, that's huge.
which is massive.
So it's driving that.
It's a combo of new stores opening up
Okay.
and existing stores seeing an increase in sales.
Oh, wow. So they're growing and people are spending more.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Existing stores saw a 1.8% increase in sales.
So they're expanding their reach and people are spending more at each store.
Yep. Pretty impressive, right?
Super impressive.
Well, one thing that's helped is they've been smart about where they're opening these new stores.
Oh, like location, location, location.
Exactly. Remember how those 99 cents only stores were closing?
Huh?
Dollar Tree, they were like, boom, opportunity. They went in and grabbed a bunch of those leases,
Smart.
especially on the West Coast.
Oh, so they're expanding strategically.
It's a way to grow without having to start from scratch.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Right. Okay, so Dollar Tree's doing great.
Yeah, sounds like it.
What about Family Dollar? Are they keeping up?
That's the big question.
Well, here's where things get interesting.
Ooh, I was hoping you'd say that.
Family Dollar sales actually went down this quarter,
What? Seriously?
down by 2.5%.
Ouch. So what happened?
Well, they've been closing a lot of stores.
Like a lot.
670 stores to be exact.
Whoa, 670.
Yep. It's part of their plan to get more profitable.
So they're shrinking, but are the remaining stores at least doing better?
That's what we want to know.
All right.
And the answer is yes. Even though they have fewer stores, the ones that are still open saw a 1.9% increase in sales.
That's interesting.
So maybe closing those underperforming stores was a good idea.
Yeah, it seems like it might be working.
So even though their overall sales are down, it might actually be a sign that their strategy is on the right track.
So that's why you said it's a tale of two brands.
Exactly.
One's growing, one's restructuring, but both trying to figure out how to succeed.
You got it.
But what's actually causing these changes at each brand? Why is Dollar Tree thriving while Family Dollar is, closing hundreds of stores?
Well, Dollar Tree, remember I said things are changing with their pricing.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
They're not just the everything's a dollar store anymore.
Really? What are they doing?
They're starting to have some items that are priced above $1.25.
Wow, isn't that risky? I mean, won't their customers be upset?
It's definitely a risk, but it lets them offer more different kinds of products.
Makes sense.
And to be honest, it helps them deal with how much everything costs these days.
Yeah, I feel
Everything's more expensive.
So are people actually buying these higher priced items?
Well, remember that 1.8% increase in same-store sales we talked about?
Yeah.
That suggests that shoppers are okay with the change.
Okay.
And maybe they're even spending more each time they go to the store.
So it's like Dollar Tree is evolving?
Yeah, they're changing with the times.
That's smart.
Okay, so that explains some of Dollar Tree's success. But what about Family Dollar? What are they doing to turn things around? Besides closing all those stores, well, think of it like they're giving themselves a makeover.
Ooh, a makeover. I like it.
They're trying to appeal to more shoppers.
So what are they actually doing?
They're adding more coolers and freezers.
Okay.
They're improving what they offer for everyday things people need.
Like groceries and stuff?
Exactly. And they're even making their stores look nicer.
So they're not just closing stores. They're actually putting money into the ones that are left.
Exactly. It's like they're saying, hey, we're still here and we're better than ever.
That's a good attitude to have.
But all these changes, all these upgrades, they got to be costing them a lot, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So the question is, are they actually making more money despite all this?
That is the million-dollar question. I guess we'll have to find out.
It's time for the next part of our deep dive, profitability.
All right, let's talk money. Okay, so Dollar Tree is up. Family Dollar is kind of like restructuring.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
But the real question is,
Yeah.
are they actually making more money with all these changes?
Right. Let's talk about the bottom line.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
It's a little bit of a mixed bag, to be honest.
Okay, how so?
Let's start with Dollar Tree. Their gross profit margin is actually increasing.
Oh, okay, so that's good, right?
That means they're making more profit on each thing they sell.
That makes sense.
But there's a catch.
Uh-oh, I knew there had to be a but.
They're also having to deal with higher costs in other areas.
Like what?
Think about getting all those products to the stores. That's costing more.
Distribution.
Yep. And they're having to put more things on sale, like markdowns.
Oh, so they're making more on each sale, but also spending more in other ways.
Exactly. It's like a balancing act.
Sounds like those rising costs we keep hearing about are hitting them from all sides.
Absolutely. And it's the same for Family Dollar.
Really?
Their gross profit margin has also gotten better,
Okay, so that's good news for them, too.
partly because they closed all those stores,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and also because shipping costs, like freight, have gone down a bit.
Oh, okay, so that helps.
But all the other costs that come with running a business, those are going up too.
Like what kinds of costs?
Think about rent, wages for employees, just keeping the lights on. Those are all more expensive now.
Right, that's gotta hurt.
And it's impacting both Dollar Tree and Family Dollar.
Yeah, I bet.
Dollar Tree is paying their employees more, which is great.
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
And Family Dollar is spending money to fix up their stores.
Which is also good, but yeah, it all adds up.
It does. It's tough to balance investing for the future with dealing with costs today.
And then, remember that tornado?
Oh, yeah, the one that hit their distribution center.
In Oklahoma, right?
Yep, that was a huge setback.
I bet they lost the whole facility.
And a lot of their inventory, too.
Ouch, that's gotta be expensive.
They had to figure out how to get stuff to 600 stores that relied on that distribution center.
600? That's a lot of stores.
It was a big disruption.
So how are they managing that?
They're getting creative, using outside storage and stuff.
So they're finding ways, but it's costing them.
Yeah, there's the cost of rebuilding and then the extra costs to keep those stores stocked.
It's kind of crazy how one event like that can throw everything off.
Absolutely. It shows how things you can't predict can impact businesses.
And on top of all that, there's the thing about customer accident claims.
Oh, right. I saw that in the report, too.
That was kind of a surprise.
I don't think most people realize that stuff like that can affect a company's profits.
Yeah, me neither.
It just shows that even little things can add up.
Especially for a company as big as Dollar Tree.
Exactly. So we've got rising costs, problems with their supply chain, even accidents.
It sounds like they're facing some real challenges.
Yeah, but remember, they're also making some big changes, like maybe selling Family Dollar.
Oh, right. What's the latest on that?
Well, they're still figuring out what they want to do.
So it's still up in the air?
It's a big decision to sell an entire brand.
I mean, yeah, that's huge.
But it shows they're thinking about what's working and what's not.
Yeah, that's smart.
So it makes you wonder, why would they even consider something so drastic?
What do you think's going on?
I think they might be realizing that Family Dollar, even with all the changes they're making, isn't as profitable.
And Dollar Tree's doing so well.
Right, so maybe they think focusing on Dollar Tree is the best way to go.
Makes sense. It's like focusing on what's working.
Yeah. But it's still risky. No one knows what's going to happen in the future.
Especially with the economy being so unpredictable right now.
Exactly. And that brings us to the big question, what's next?
Yeah, what is next for Dollar Tree, Inc.?
What are their plans for the future, with or without Family Dollar?
I'm dying to know. Spill it. So we've talked about some big challenges for Dollar Tree.
Yeah, some real hurdles.
But they're also making some interesting moves.
Definitely, like some big changes.
But what happens next?
Right. What's the plan?
Are they just waiting to see what happens with Family Dollar? Or are they, like, actively planning for the future?
Oh, they're not just sitting around waiting.
Okay, good.
They're making some pretty big investments.
Oh, like in what?
three main areas:
Okay, I'm listening.
technology, their supply chain, and their employees.
Technology. Interesting. Like, what kind of technology are we talking about?
Well, think about when you go shopping, what makes it easier?
Easy.
What makes it faster,
Okay, yeah.
more enjoyable?
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
That's what Dollar Tree's focusing on.
Makes sense.
They're improving their apps.
Oh, the mobile apps.
Yep, and their point-of-sale systems, like the cash registers in the stores.
Okay, so like the stuff we use as shoppers.
Right, but also things behind the scenes,
Like what?
their warehouse management technology, all that stuff.
So they're streamlining things for the shoppers,
Yep.
but also making things more efficient on their end.
They're trying to improve the whole process.
Okay, so that covers technology.
Right, then there's the supply chain.
Yeah, that's been a challenge for them.
Remember we talked about that new distribution center with all the fancy automation?
The robots and everything.
That's a key part of their strategy to get things moving better.
Okay.
And they're also changing how they deliver products.
So it's faster and more efficient.
Exactly.
So all this stuff with the supply chain,
Yeah.
what does it mean for me as a shopper?
Well, think about it. A more efficient supply chain means lower costs for them.
Right.
And lower costs for them could mean...
Lower prices for us.
Exactly. And it could mean things run smoother, less hassle when you're shopping.
Okay, so they're doing all this behind-the-scenes stuff to benefit us in the end.
That's the idea.
Okay, makes sense. But what about their employees? How do they fit into all of this?
Dollar Tree gets it. They know happy employees make happy customers.
That's true.
So they're investing in better pay and benefits.
Okay, that's good.
Better training.
So their employees can do their jobs better.
Yep. And they're creating clearer career paths.
Oh, so people can see how they can move up in the company.
It's all about making people feel valued.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
But we have to remember, all of this is happening while the economy is still kind of uncertain.
Right, inflation and all that.
No one knows what's going to happen next.
So what's the big takeaway for our listeners? What does this all mean for Dollar Tree and for people who shop there?
Well, Dollar Tree's at a turning point. They're facing challenges,
Definitely.
but they're also making changes, trying to adapt and improve.
Yeah, it's like they're not afraid to try new things.
And it's all about figuring out how to succeed in this crazy retail world.
It's a classic business story. Challenges, opportunities, risks, and rewards.
And we're all watching to see how it unfolds.
Absolutely. And we hope this deep dive has given you a little peek behind the curtain.
It's always fascinating to understand what goes on behind the scenes of these big companies.
So next time you go into a Dollar Tree or a Family Dollar, remember what we talked about today.
You'll see things with a new perspective.
Maybe you'll even notice some of these changes happening right in front of you.
And that's what makes these deep dives so interesting.
Taking something ordinary and finding the hidden story behind it.
We hope this knowledge gives you something to think about.
Whether you're an investor, a shopper, or just someone who likes a good business story.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
And we'll see you next time for another exciting exploration of the business world.